Welcome back. We've been reading the book Law of Attraction by Michael J. Losier. This book is titled Law of Attraction: The Science of Attracting More of What You Want and Less of What You Don't by Michael J. Losier. We're starting back on page 121. Relationships and your vibration. Have you noticed that times when you meet somebody that within seconds you're saying to yourself, I don't like their energy? At other times, you meet someone and can tell you are hitting it off with them within seconds because you catch yourself saying, I sure like their energy. These kinds of experiences show that you've already been picking up other people's energy or vibes. If we were to measure your vibration on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being a very high vibe and 1 being a very low vibe, where would your vibe be? Imagine a radio dial showing station 0 to 100. All the radio stations between 0 to 50 are negative talk radio, and all the stations from 50 to 100 are positive talk radio. Your vibes are similar to the vibes of radio frequencies. When you're feeling really good and everything is working out in your life, things come to you easily, and everyone in your life is positive. We could say that your vibe is as high as 98.5 on the radio dial. How can you tell when you're on a 98.5? You can tell by how you feel. You can see by the diagram and by how you are feeling when your vibe is high. That it means there is little to no negative vibration around you. When there is little to no negative vibration around you, then everything comes to you much quicker. You start attracting relationships that are of a similar vibration. Some of you may also notice that as you've been moving up the dial, you start attracting like-minded and like vibration people in all areas of your life.
The distance between your vibration and someone else's vibration is equal to the amount of resistance or negativity you feel when you are with them. On the other hand, many of you may also be familiar with the saying, negativity breeds negativity. Most of us have people in our lives that aren't on station 98.5 at the same time when we are. Recall a time in your life when your vibration was high. You're having one great experience followed by another and you love everything in your life. Then your telephone rings. You look at the call display and it's somebody in your life that's at a much lower vibration than you. As a matter of fact, just seeing their name lowers your vibration. Let's call this person your negative Nelly. Your negative Nelly. Some people may ask, how can I even attract a negative Nelly if I have such a high vibration? The answer is simple. You didn't necessarily attract them by choice. The negative Nelly in your life could be, for example, your partner, your workmate, colleague, child, parent, or neighbor. Let's say, for example, that negative Nelly's vibration is consistently low, on station 30.1. And your vibration is on 98.5. Looking at the radio station below, you can see the amount of distance between your vibration and negative Nelly's vibration. The amount of distance between your vibration and someone else's vibration is equal to the amount of resistance or negativity you feel when you are with them or talk to them. In the past, you may have said, hey, negative Nelly brings me down. The truth is, negative Nelly didn't bring you down. You lowered your dial or your vibration to match theirs. So this is an image of the radio dial and the different vibrations. Up here, this would be a low vibration. This is where your negative Nelly is residing, and this is where you are. When you come in contact with your negative Nelly, you kind of go down in vibration.
How to hold your positive vibration. What can you do in the future to maintain your vibration at 98.5 when you're talking to people who are at a much lower vibration? Just like you can select a station or vibration on your car radio, you can also have a high vibration and stay there, despite having negative Nelly in your life. Here's how to do that. The next time your negative Nelly calls you and starts to talk about how sad their life is or how they don't like their job, don't have enough money, or a satisfying relationship, you have two choices. Choice number one, you can buy into the conversation, which then lowers your vibration to match theirs. Or choice number two, when you hear them say that they don't say what they don't want, you can simply ask them, so what do you want? Remember that as a negative Nelly goes from what they don't want to what they do want, their words change. And when their words change, their vibration rises to get closer to matching yours. And the closer their vibration is to yours, the more harmonious your vibrations become. Now you understand that when you meet somebody and you hit it off with them, saying to yourself, did I ever click with them? Our chemistry was so good, you really mean that your vibrations are in harmony. When you meet somebody and before you even learn their name, you catch yourself saying, wow, I don't like their energy. They are not your type. It's an indicator that your vibrations are not in harmony. Your job is to look after your vibration and steer any conversations that you have with people to be more uplifting and positive. You do that by remembering to gently ask the question, so what do you want? Thus helping the other person achieve a more positive and therefore higher vibration. Attracting your ideal relationship. I'll use the word relationship here to indicate many kinds of relationships. Perhaps your ideal partner, business relationship, your relationship with your children, parents, neighbors, work colleagues, students, and clients. Now we'll get started by using the 3-step formula for law of attraction to learn how to attract your ideal relationship. Reminder, the contrast you've experienced in the past will be helpful for your future. Knowing what you didn't like about a past partner or a past date is very useful to you. You can use this information to help you get clarity about the kind of partner you do want. For example, if you don't want someone who works too much, what do you want? If you don't want someone who is not adventurous, what do you want? If you don't want someone who is not interested in dancing, who is not romantic, or not a good listener, what do you want? Understanding what you don't want will help you generate more clarity about what you do want, and your clarity becomes your new, clear desire. The easiest way to do this is to say to yourself, so what do I want? It sounds simple, and it is. When you change your observation from what you don't want to what you do want, the vibration changes. When you change your vibration, the results will change. Notice too how you feel when you get clear about something. It feels good when you say, oh, that's exactly what I'd like. This new clarity has now become your desire, and that is the first step to manifesting your ideal relationship. If you're not truly offering a vibration of the way you want it to be, then the law of attraction cannot respond to it. In other words, you're saying that you want this kind of person, but you are sending out a vibe that is clearly different than your desire. One way to check what vibration you're sending out is to observe what you are receiving in your life. It's always a perfect match to whatever you are offering vibrationally. Most people, while in the process of attracting their ideal relationship, will often spend time noticing that they have not been attracting exactly what they want. That noticing is causing them to send out the vibration of lack, a negative vibration. Stop observing what you are not attracting, and you'll stop giving it your attention, energy, and focus. Your job is to look for the parts of a relationship or the characteristics of a date that are matching your desire and give those your attention. Your vibration will change and the law of attraction will bring you more of the same.
Tips for attracting your ideal relationship. Tip 1. Don't tell anyone your date was a flop. Don't email your friends about it. Don't talk about it with your girlfriends. Don't write about it in your journal. Remembering the law of attraction does not know if you are remembering something or complaining about it or just worrying about it. The law of attraction will simply bring you more of what it is you are focusing on. Tip 2, build your contrast list. So come home from your date and build a list of all the things you didn't like about your dating experience. And convert each item of contrast on your list into another thing that you clearly want. Tip number 3, move on if it doesn't feel right. If it didn't feel good on the first date, it usually doesn't get better. Okay, so simply move on to the next date, adding to your clarity list each time. Tip number 4, tell why it matches. Spending time talking about it, writing about it, and daydreaming about it, what is matching. Give what you like more attention, energy, and focus. Wrapping up relationships and your vibration. Here's what we've learned in this section. First, at every moment, you are sending a vibration, either positive or negative. When your vibration is high and someone else's is lower than yours, you feel resistance or negative vibration. To help maintain a high vibration when dealing with others who have a lower vibration, ask them, so what do you want? When they're complaining or talking about what they don't want. Use the deliberate action process to attract your ideal relationship. 4 tips for attracting your ideal relationship. Don't tell anyone your date was a flop. Build a list. Move on if it doesn't feel right. And tell why it matches.
Parents and teachers, learn how to teach the law of attraction to children. Imagine having everyone in your family or classroom practicing the law of attraction. This section is dedicated to giving you information, tools, and fun games to help you teach the message of the law of attraction to children in an easy way. When teaching adults, it is common to use words like manifestation, vibrations, synchronicity, serendipity, and coincidence. When teaching the law of attraction to children, it is important to talk to them at their level using words they can relate to. Tip number 1, keep your words simple. Instead of using the word vibration, use vibes. Recently, when asked to speak to a group of 10-year-olds in their classroom, I decided to begin my presentation by using a word they can relate to. My question to them was, can you give me some examples of negative vibes? I used the word vibes in place of vibration. The students quickly waved their hands in the air. These are some of the examples they shared. When my mom doesn't have her coffee, she has negative vibes. When my parents fight in the house, I can feel negative vibes. When I see a bully at school, I feel negative vibes. Being in a scary building that's dark gives me negative vibes. Clearly, these kids know exactly what a negative vibe was, and they agreed that being around others who had negative vibes or having a negative vibe themselves was not a great feeling to have. Tip number 2, get children to buy in or own a new concept by getting them to answer questions from their own experience. Next, I used a picture of a light switch on the blackboard, showing the on and off position. On meant you had a positive vibe, and off meant you had switched off your positive vibe and had a negative vibe. After having the students agree it felt better to have a positive vibe instead of a negative one, I asked them if they wanted to learn how to change their negative vibe to a positive vibe. They all excitedly said yes. I asked them to write these three words down in their notebooks in big letters: don't, not, and no. I then explained that when we use these words, we feel negative. I asked them to give me examples of when these words were used in their lives. You can bet they had quite a list to give me. Here are some examples. Don't be late. Don't get your clothes dirty. Don't run don't run in the halls. Don't leave your coats on the floor. No bullying. Don't play ball in the house. Don't eat or drink near the computer. After making a list of all the examples on the blackboard, I suggested we read them out loud together. They all agreed that just saying the list out loud did indeed feel negative. In other words, I proved the point and they agreed. In doing so, I had surfaced the problem, and next I presented them with a solution.
Tip 3. Kids love a secret. Choosing my words carefully once again, I told them I would teach them a secret way to turn on the light switch from off negative vibe to on, or the positive vibe. I intentionally chose the word secret because I knew they would treat it as something special and really want to remember it. They loved it when I told them that the secret was one that very few grown-ups knew, and that with the secret they could change any negative vibe into a positive one. The students learned that the secret to switching their vibes was to ask themselves a very simple question. Each time they had heard themselves saying no, not, or no, they were asked to tell them, or they were to ask themselves, so what do I want? Revisiting their list of don't, not, or no's, we came up with a so what do I want list. The students were eager to share their answers to the secret question. So in the no, not, no, or don't, not, no column, and then there is a so what do I want column, such as right there. Okay, so for don't be late, you could say you want to arrive on time. For don't get your clothes dirty, you could say keep your clothes clean. For don't run in the halls, people could say walk in the halls. For don't leave your coats on the floor, you could say hang up your coats. For no bullying, you could say play nicely. For don't play ball in the house, you could say play ball outside. For don't eat or drink on the computer, say eat or drink at the table. As I reviewed this list with students, they all agreed that saying what they want felt better than saying what they didn't want. Okay, by applying tips 1, 2, 3, these students grasped the entire concept of changing their vibration from negative to positive easily and quickly. I knew they'd be going home eager and enthusiastic to share this message with their parents and friends. So again, I reminded them that they had a secret, and in order to keep the secret special, they needed to be gentle when telling others about it. This way, the next time their parents, siblings, or friends use the words don't, not, or no, they could gently ask the secret question, so what do you want?
Tools for teaching the law of attraction to children. Tool 1, magnetic board game. Magnetic board game. An easy game to implement within any family or small group of children is the don't, not, and no magnetic board game. Prepare a magnetic board or something similar by writing the name of each family or group member across the top. Using found magnets, the objective of the game is to get and keep the most magnets under your name at the end of each week. Start off by giving each person 5 magnets. Each time a member hears anyone using the words don't, not, and no, the player who used those words loses the magnets to the player who noticed. Decide a reward for the winner at the end of the week and keep it fun. Display your magnetic board in a central location. For families, an ideal place will be near your dinner table or on your fridge so you can refer to it often. This is a fun game, so parents and teachers, you play too. Tool number 2, on-off light switch poster. This poster will be a useful visual aid for younger children. Use it to help them understand the difference between feeling negative and positive emotions or vibes. I've included the following illustration to use as a guide. First, together with the child, build a list of words that represent negative and positive emotions. Have the child help you place these words describing positive emotions on the on side of the list of the light switch poster. Do the same for the words describing negative emotions, placing them on the off side. As a parent or teacher, whenever you notice a child expressing an emotion, use the poster and have them find the emotion on the off side or on side of the light switch poster. This poster will help reinforce their understanding between positive and negative vibes. Display the poster somewhere prominent where you can refer to it often.
Tool 3, the secret question reminder. The purpose of this tool is to help children remember the secret question whenever they use the words don't, not, or no. Using a water rubber band or a medallion, have your child or student label it secret. Now the child can wear it as a tool to help them remember to ask themselves, so what do I want? Tool 4, family or group meeting. For older children and teens, a weekly meeting can be a good way to learn and share about the law of attraction. I have included a list of questions that you can incorporate into your meeting. Here are you noticing that you are reducing the number of times you use don't, not, or no? Next is, when have you caught yourself using don't, not, or no? Next is, who have you taught or shared the law of attraction with this week? Next is, what evidence have you noticed that you are attracting more of what you want and less of what you don't? Next question would be, what would you like to attract more of this week? To continue practicing the law of attraction between meetings, make sure everyone has each other's permission to give support in asking, so what do you want? Ask permission and give permission. Do I have your permission to mention when I notice you using don't, not, or no? I give you my permission to point out to me every time you notice I'm using them. Wrapping up the teaching of law of attraction to children. Here's what we've learned or what we've covered in this section. Simple words like vibe and the secret are powerful teaching tools. Ask questions that get kids to relate to concepts from their own experience. Use visual aids with younger children, which is the light switch poster. Reinforce with games and rewards. Parents, be sure to participate, ask permission and give permission, and then keep it fun.
Putting it all together, now that you've learned how to use the law of attraction to get more of what you want and less of what you don't, you can start using the exercises and tools from this book right away. Remember, the worksheets from step 1, 2, and 3 plus bonus worksheets are available online for free. Visit www.lawofattraction.book.com/worksheets.html. Refer to this book often for guidance. You can also make use of other resources such as articles, teleclasses, seminars, my monthly e-zine, and my website, www.lawofattractionbook.com. You now have the tools to let the law of attraction improve your life. I wish you pure joy. Michael. Staying connected to the message of the law of attraction. Support and resources. Surrounding yourself with others who practice the law of attraction will help you to consistently offer a positive vibration. But how do you go about finding these people? One way is to use the deliberate attraction process. Use the power of a law of attraction to bring like minded people into your life. Start a law of attraction group in your city. Find out more at lawofattractionbook.com/LOA discussion group.html. On this page, you'll find information on how to host your own law of attraction discussion group. Read other books dedicated to the law of attraction. You will find a list at www.lawofattractionbook.com/resources. Okay, that was the reading of Law of Attraction, The Science of Getting More of What You Want and Less of What You Don't Want by Michael J. Losier. This was a very interesting book. I encourage you all to pick up a copy on Amazon or wherever your local bookstore. Get this book, read it, and practice using the worksheets included. It's a very interesting book. We are going to go over it one more time.
We'll go over the exercises.
Yeah, we're going to go over the exercises in the coming videos, and we're going to share them with you and share our experiences with you. Stay tuned.